Welcome, everyone. My name is Vandana Atara, and I am your teacher today, your hostess with the mostest. Welcome to today's Spirit Doctor Practitioner Training Program intro. So this is basically an opportunity for us to sit together and connect to your higher self, your higher power, your I am presence, and really heal on every level of your being. Mostly, I'm going to be introducing and attuning you to the 5D Spirit Doctor team. Today is an opportunity for you to learn all about how you can connect with them yourself, not only heal yourself, but heal others with the power that lies in your own healing hands. So I think for now, let's just begin by letting me know in the chat box, please. Your voice is important. It matters to me. And I'd like to know what really guided you to today's Q&A. And do you have experience with being attuned to Reiki, or are you an energy healing practitioner following perhaps a different system? The good news is that this course that's coming up on May 11th is open to all levels with no prerequisites required. That means as long as it's in your heart and you have that pure intention that you are here to make a difference, to transform lives for the better, and to heal the collective trauma of our planet's nervous system, then you're in the right place. So please let me know what your intention is for today's session, what guided you here. And there is a chat box on the bottom of the screen. So I'll just shout out to everyone who I see that's joined so far. More people are jumping on. I think there's probably close to 100 people. A lot of people live in other countries and time zones, so we might not get a big group right now, but that's better for you guys and girls because then you have my full attention. I'll be able to give you more personal attention today. So welcome, Shailene. Welcome, Mwaka. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Welcome, Gwen. Welcome, Jimmy. I'd love to see new faces, new people that are perhaps learning about this work, the 5D Spirit Doctor team that I've been channeling since 2017. So thank you for finding me, however you did. Again, there's a chat box. It should be at the bottom of your screen, depending if you're using what type of device you're using, what type of program. But yeah, let me know how I can serve you better and what is priority for you. What's your number one healing priority? What's most important? So Jimmy's saying that, thanks, Jimmy. You picked up Reiki many years ago. I'm interested in learning more. Beautiful. And I became, a little about me, I became a Usui Reiki master teacher at the ARE, the Edgar Cayce Institute in New York City in 2007. And over the years, I've studied and trained under many different Reiki masters. Also a medical Reiki master as of 2019. So that was sort of like a Reiki refresher, which I recommend that everyone kind of finds that right, safe person to attune them or reattune them again, especially if you haven't practiced in a while. And it's not like your healing gifts or your abilities will ever go away. They can never go away. But sometimes if we don't use them for a while, it's more about our own self-trust and doubting our healing gifts and the potential that we have. And so it is a good idea to get a refresher or a Reiki attunement boost. And so the reason that I bring up medical Reiki is because it feels like that's when I started receiving these downloads and these upgrades or updates from these cosmic light physicians. And then being certified to also work in doctor's offices and hospitals, I'm sure that the divine light physicians and surgeons actually found a way to get through to me and used me in a good way as a divine light instrument, as a channel to help heal all forms of sicknesses, illnesses, and diseases. And these are physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And this just means that there's a disconnect from source and from your higher self. And also there's a disconnect from your guides, from your angels and guardians. So I'd love to talk more about exactly who these beings are and how they show up differently for everyone. But hi, Naomi, thank you for joining. Yeah, please go ahead and chat in what you need, what kind of guided you here. Waka, yes, Vandana, so lovely to be here. Thank you for sharing. And also what your experience is. Have you studied Reiki or any other type of healing system or tradition? It could even be shamanism or any other type of energy therapy. Any other type of energy medicine. So let me know in the chat box. And I think let's get started. We're waiting for more people to join us. So while we're doing that, I just invite you to kind of sit back and find a really comfortable position for your body to really not only relax, but really unwind. And notice if there's any tension anywhere, any knots, any soreness or stiffness, and you could adjust your body position accordingly. And while you're doing that, just go ahead and get a drink of water or, fresh squeezed juice or cold pressed juice or whatever it is that will help you to stay alert and connected with me. So I'd like to begin by just sharing a little background information. Many of my students and clients since 2007 have been attuned to level 1, which happened in January. It was a 4-week online program, but it was mostly geared and focused on self-care, self-healing, right? Healing thyself, which is really our number 1 priority. But this course that's coming up that I invited you to is really about healing others, showing up, being of service in a larger, broader global way. And also being able to set up even a part-time healing practice while maintaining your full-time job and even possibly transitioning from full-time to part-time to maybe even cultivating a full-time energy healing practice online, in person, on Zoom, by phone. These are part of this program. Actually, all of this program is very similar to Reiki, except there's no formal one way fits all or one size fits all solution. It's really honoring our own unique individual gifts, our talents, the things that we are, the way that we show up in the world. And that's really important, not to have too many mental constraints where we're in our head instead of our heart, when we're actually holding space, a safe and sacred space for others, whether it's your friends, family, loved ones, your pets, and the world as a whole. And we know that our planet, more than ever before, has thousands of people suffering and also losing their lives for no reason. And so we want to heal the oppressed, people who have lost their voice, who don't have a voice, who don't have the right to resist and speak out. So this is why we're showing up in this way, because each one of us is important, and we're all connected, right? Thich Nhat Hanh says we're all beings, we're interwoven with each other. And it's very important to really use whatever psychic, intuitive gifts that you have, whether you're a reader, whether you're, you know, whether you're involved with the Akashic records, and whether you're a shamanic practitioner, whatever way you bring your unique skill set to the world, I want this course to help to encourage you to know that your gifts are important, not to underrate or undervalue them or even doubt them, but to trust them, and mostly to trust your intuition. And most of you are empaths on the call. And in all of my programs, this is kind of like what I really like to focus on, is to help to empower energy sensitive, highly intuitive empaths who oftentimes unconsciously absorb, take on, and carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, but also in their bodies, also in your bodies, taking on pain and all forms of suffering, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, from others, even by just watching the news or being on social media too much. It can really absorb the entire planet's pain, and this doesn't actually serve us. So this program is really for empaths like you who want to be able to clear themselves too and release toxic energies or negativity or whatever you want to call that form of heavy, dense, intense energy. We want to be able to clear ourselves first. We want to be able to connect to our team, our soul, our divine light, and our higher self, or our higher power. And that is first and foremost, because if we get sick and those sicknesses don't even belong to us, we can't really make much of a difference, and we can't really make the world better or safer. So your Spirit Doctor team is a support system. It's a multidimensional council of celestial light healers, physicians, shamans from Earth and stars, and really from every dimension in between, every plane of existence, every realm, every galaxy in reality. Now, many of these team members have walked the Earth plane. They already made a difference while on the Earth. They lived hundreds of years ago, and the two that are part of this entourage are surgeons, and and you'll learn more about what each doctor or surgeon's job is and how they all are an important integral part of this healing process. Now, some of them never had an earthly existence or a human existence, and they reside on spirit side. But the team comes together. This is an all-inclusive team. No one is left out of the mix, because we need the earthly grounding energies, but also the elevating, uplifting, high vibrational energies of star beings too. So when they come together, it's elevating, expanding, but it's also very grounding and centering, very balancing to our nervous system. So everyone has different team members, but there are at least 5 team members that have volunteered and are assigned to every soul, every living being. And you'll learn about that, of course. We'll go into more depth and details in the program. So what this team does is when you connect and call them in, they will help to empower, inspire, and encourage you to share, not to hide or be in denial of your healing gifts, of your special gifts. And they come and overlight you when you need them the most. They overlight you, and they also guide you, and they teach you, even in in dream time when you're sleeping, how to really be an effective healer, how to offer this divine support, these insights, these messages, and the divine downloads to everyone in your life. And all the people that you still haven't met, who need you and are looking for someone just like you, but haven't found you, who are really tired of the dogma or the rules, or, doing things a certain way that doesn't feel authentic, right? So this is all about authenticity. And everyone's born with and has a soul assigned spirit team. And so not only do they overlight you, but they protect you, they heal you, they watch over you, and they make sure that you are safe and well in every incarnation, in every lifetime and timeline, even the ones between lifetimes, right? The ones between incarnations. So the way to deepen our connection is through our pure heart space, just opening and being willing to drop out of your head into this wide open, beautiful flower, this lotus flower of your heart. And this is where our emotional intelligence lies. And this field, our heart brain, is much bigger than our head brain, is much vaster and much more intelligent. So in order to contact and connect, communicate, and channel, and everyone is a channel, it's just a question of practice. We have to hold a positive and loving intention, right? So that we can activate and enhance our psychic abilities. So all of our senses, all of our awareness. And this is going to help us to raise our consciousness and to relax and open and grow comfortable and adjust to just being space, just being, instead of doing, but just being a divine vessel, a source of inspiration for everyone on the planet, for everyone's highest good. And also to help people who have lost their way or given up or just feel defeated and depleted, to remind them that they're not alone and that miraculous outcomes or spontaneous healing can happen, and it does happen. And that's all dependent on the soul's readiness and the soul contracts, which we also get into in the program. And we know that we're not performing the healing, but our higher selves, our I am presence, and really our oversoul is. They're really, these aspects of us are really in charge of the healing results. And we're just really, this is just life force energy, just like Reiki. This is loving light, life force energy. And this allows us to shine our big bright light and to be that vessel of light that can transmit and also receive, but also flow with this holy secret light, just being and embodying that light. So as I mentioned, the Spirit Doctor team resides in the 5th dimension and higher star systems, and there are these healing hospitals that are set up. There have been many channelers, psychics, and healers, teachers along the way. Really, it started with that I know of, with Dr. Joshua David Stone in the 70s and 80s. And he's written a lot of books, which I'm happy to share titles if you'd like to read all of these techniques, these healing systems that he channeled. But where these healing hospitals are generally located is not outside of us, but really in the inner realms or the inner pharmacies. And mostly, at least the main primary doctor that you'll be learning about is located in the inner plane or the 7th plane, the inner realm of Shambhala. Now, some people think of Shambhala as being located in the Himalayas, Nepal, Tibet, but I see it as just an inner realm of healing. And this is where there are healing hospitals and treatment centers where we could all travel to while staying in our body. So we never have to even go to the astral planes or, feel disembodied or really travel that way. We're just connecting while still having and honoring our body temple. So the 5D healer doctors have access to futuristic galactic light technologies, to these etheric light instruments. And what these do is they help to dissolve, melt, and clear, peel away, or discharge 3D density, intensity, and all forms of debris, as well as psychic debris from your field, from your aura. And what this team does, and they specialize in doing, is to help to release and free you from these toxic impurities that are accumulated, that are corded, that are attached to us, that are locked up inside of us, that actually chip away at our life force energies within all of our bodies. So that's, again, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, but also your etheric bodies, which are the closest layer to your physical bodies. Now, some of you, whether you sign up for the program coming up or you just kind of learn about and visit my library and read the descriptions about the last program and other Spirit Doctor transmissions that are all available on the replay. Whatever you choose, whatever your guidance is, you always want to follow your heart and trust your gut. So now you may feel today or in the future some kind of energetic movement or flow, release, or some kind of healing shift. And some of you may feel that immediately, even now, because our spirit doctors and surgeons and shamans and masters of light, they're all with us now as we speak and as you're listening and tuning in. And some of you may be more blocked, and that's okay too. But with practice and dedication, with tenacity, trust, and faith, these healing frequencies may either be seen, heard, felt, sensed, or experienced differently. And that too is okay. There's no judgment here. There's no comparison. There's no comparing your gifts with others. It's all about self-awareness, but just know that your team is already working on you now, already preparing you and opening you. Now, some may just see, if you're more clairvoyant and your third eye is pretty open, your second sight or your spirit vision is open, then you may actually catch glimpses of your team from the side, your peripheral vision. You may hear their voices if you're more clairaudient and so forth. But it's just a sense of feeling, because this is a vibrational universe. Whatever we feel, we attract as a mirror on the outside. So we want to feel elevated and uplifted. And the more open we are, the more peaceful we feel, the easier it is to make contact and to feel their loving presence, their benevolence. It also helps us to gain insight, much greater insight, and these quantum solutions that you might have never thought of if you were bogged down in all of this 3D duality and density. And when they come, they help us to recover faster. And I say with ease, space, and grace from any form of illness or imbalance, as well as complications from past surgeries, injuries, or accidents. And how this happens is it happens on a cellular level. It's not temporary. It doesn't ever go away. It's a continuum of healing. So this healing accumulates and it becomes easier and easier the higher we vibrate. And the lighter our frequency is. So your spirit team will change members, like a changing of the guards based on your needs and circumstances. And there are thousands. You might have just 5 members or maybe 3 members initially. But the more you can communicate with them and talk to them and allow them to enter your field and trust that they always have good intentions for you, then the more accelerated your healing results will be. And they're really specialists in clearing tainted, poison type of lower vibrational energies, pain points, stuck blocks, and all kinds of trauma that we as empaths take on, we store and carry because we hate to see people suffer. But we don't need to do that because that's actually a disservice to ourselves. What we can do instead, that I'll be teaching you, is holding a safe and sacred space of compassion and loving kindness without taking on other people's grief and illness. And there are ways to do this. There are ways to navigate being an empath so you don't take that on. And the more open and receptive to you are, especially in dream time, sleep time, that's when the majority of healing happens. Now, there are over 50 Arcturian light processes that you will learn in the course. You'll learn to run them for yourself and others. And I'm going to give you a brief rundown. Of course, you'll learn a lot more in the 4-week program. But Dr. Lorfan is really the director, also known as the miraculous cosmic physician of the entire universe. He was stationed in Sirius, planet Sirius. And when there was a war between Sirius A and Sirius B, he left and he opened up his own healing center known as the Great White Lodge in Shambhala. Now in Shambhala, illness, sickness, disease doesn't exist because the vibration is so high. And what he does, or I can say they, because these beings don't really have a specific gender, but what Dr. Lorfan and the galactic light healers do is they have been for probably thousands of years, if not longer, teaching and attuning students to these high vibrational galactic or celestial light techniques with star medicine. And they're actually, if you feel some type of a pull or a feeling of deja vu, when I speak about this cosmic physician, then you probably most likely have worked with them. So this team of intergalactic healers and Dr. Lorfan come together to work on whatever the specific root of the illness is that you are carrying. And they also help to prevent, so they prevent and treat and help people recover faster. And they're here to assist each one of us individually and collectively to really achieve the health standards that we deserve, because we know there's lots of challenges and problems with 3D medicine. And so 5D medicine is limitless. Also, it's free. And there's no wait, or you don't have to wait for months to get an appointment, and they make house calls. So that's what's really great about working with this team. Now, if you're doing healing work, you probably are already working with or have studied with Dr. Lorfan and other star systems. And if your body is lighting up now, you can chat into the chat box and let me know. If your heart is opening, if you're, just feeling that tingling, that knowing sensation that, yeah, this Dr. Lorfan seems familiar to me, then, most likely, even if when I say the name, Dr. Lorfan, you feel some type of familiarity, like it feels familiar to you, or they feel like somehow you know them already. And the healing schools, like I mentioned, they're located on Sirius, Arcturus, and also the Great White Lodge. And this information is accessible to all beings who are ready to activate your starseed DNA and really partner up and become a co-creator, a collaborator with the 5D team of miraculous light healers and their expertise. So we want to call upon this, your team, our team, to assist you, you know, daytime, nighttime, 24/7, really anytime. I'll just tell you one or two more things about Dr. Laura Fenn and the team, and then we'll just call in a special prayer so you can feel the connection more deeply. Then I'll talk about the program coming up. But before that, if there's time, I'd like to take you through a process, just a really quick attunement. Dr. Laura Fenn specializes in removing your core fear, the hidden, buried fear, most likely either buried in your heart or at the pit of your stomach. And what Dr. Laura Fenn specializes in is not only can they do that, but they can also replace the fear with 100% increase in your own light quotient. So once that's the fear is released, the opposite of fear is love. So you'll be filled up with that 100% of light or love light. And that will fill in all of the empty voids and the rips, the tears, and the holes, and also the stains on your soul. And it really helps to, when Dr. Laura Fenn does the surgery, performs the spirit surgery with the Arcturians, what they do is they fill in those holes, those ruptures in your soul, so you could feel whole. So this is a very, very deep, sacred process, releasing the fear and filling in with the love frequency where the fear used to live in your body. Now, Dr. Laura Fenn and the Arcturians, we know, work on in every dimension. They work intergalactically. And they mostly work, I would say not mostly, but they always work on your etheric body. They're not actually touching your physical body at all, but it's the closest layer to your physical body. So that's where you'll really notice a difference in your own health, quality of health, right? And also in others, in your clients, your students, or even just anyone that you deeply care about. So this medicine, this interdimensional medicine is filled with potential to experience spontaneous and instantaneous healing. And why is this? The reason is because the 5D galactic healers' powers are limitless because they don't have a human body. So nothing can stop them from really extracting the root, the cause of any form of illness. And not only in this dimension, but in every dimension that you exist, where your soul extensions or other versions of you exist. And there are 143,000 other versions of you. So really, Dr. Laura Fenn has come, and we're so lucky and grateful because their expertise is really about realignment, really about reconnecting the human four-body system, right? So the cells, the organs, the tissues, the muscles, all of these groups, because every part of us, every organ, every gland is interconnected. So we can't just treat one organ on its own and expect our whole body to heal. So that's the beauty of this teaching, this healing system. Also, when you work with Dr. Lorcan, you'll experience scanning. So they'll be able to scan your body for any dis-ease. In Reiki, it's called Byoki energy, and also teach you how to lovingly and compassionately speak to your own bodies, systems, chakras, nadis, and meridians. And also, when you experience spirit surgery, you'll receive very, very high frequencies of laser light technologies, mostly infrared, but also ultra white violet light, lots of color therapies and sacred geometries. And also, you'll receive the rays of God, goddess, creator, creatrix. So all of these surgeries, these spirit or these etheric light surgeries, these treatments are very fast. They work rapidly because of their light quality, and they're gentle, safe, and non-invasive. So let's see what else I can tell you, and then we'll go right into our prayer. Mostly just know that these earth and star doctors, surgeons, shamans, and ascended masters have volunteered to come to teach you, to heal you, to hold space for you, to support you and comfort you, as well as overlight you. They even offer, as part of their futuristic technologies and divine light instruments, they also offer etheric light acupuncture treatments, which help to unlock trapped, stuck energy blocks, and also to patch up energy leaks. Yep. And so I think that's all I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want to talk too much about them, but really they're here to clear your etheric bodies, to remove psychic attachments, negative implants, to patch up or seal. They use different like celestial glue, and they use angel honey. Also, there are Arcturian angels surgeons that are part of the team that come in, depending on what kind of energy medicine you need. But they will also help to reassemble you and to retrieve your lost soul fragments that contain your greatest powers. Yeah, implants, imprints, negative elementals. You just have to state your specific health concern and ask to be worked on in your sleep for the highest physical health and well-being. Like I said, they work to prevent, treat, and then restore or resurrect those parts of you that containing your power that you might have given away in some other lifetime or timeline. So it's about clearing, it's about balancing, it's about releasing all of your bodies. They also work with Archangel Raphael, Melchizedek, the Platinum Angels, Jewel Kul, Wamos, and they work to recalibrate your electrical systems, your central nervous system, your brain and spinal cord, also the electromagnetic field around your heart space, helping to regulate all of your systems. Beautiful. So are there any questions right now? Let me take a quick look here at the chat box. Let's take a little 2-minute breather and just allow yourself to kind of breathe and do a little gentleness check-in. How are you all feeling right now? I'm going to take a look at the chat box. Hi, Gwen. Gwen is saying that she's a Reiki master, always learning. Waka says, actually, only just stepping into my true heart's calling. I was drawn to your energy. Oh, thank you. Haven't studied any healing modalities. Kindly need guidance on how I can step fully into my power. Next steps, yes. And then Waka is saying that she is a highly intuitive empath. Yes, beautiful. As they say, like attracts like. And yes, I'm happy to hold space for you, for all of you. If you'd like to schedule a 15-minute consultation, please send me an email after the call or just visit my website and you could book a 15-minute discovery session there. And Gwen, thank you. What tradition are you trained in as a Reiki master? Gwen is saying that she got the shivers. Yeah, that's the presence of your team beginning to work on you and feeling like they're at the back of your neck now, like stroking your hair. It's a very beautiful, kind of gentle, like a smoothing, like a softening, and like a calming down your meridians, and really like allowing you to feel their love for you, their undying love that can never die. Yeah, thank you, Abina. So I have my email address if you'd like to go deeper with me and have a mini reading. Beautiful. So I think we're good with that. Any other questions or comments or sharing? I'd love to learn. I'd like to hear more, Mwaka, about the shivers and what that, what kind of sensations. Is that your way of like your confirmation that you're receiving their energies now, their light frequencies? Mwaka says excitement. She has a connection with Sirius. Me too. And if you have a connection with Sirius, then you have a connection also with Arcturus and with the blue ray, because you're a blue ray. I think all of you are blue rays, which are also called like indigos, or, you know, we are kind of like coming together again. But that blue light is a very important color to work with therapeutically, energetically. Hi, Ron. Ron is saying he had an emergency last month, but very grateful for all of my wonderful assistants. I need this so I can help others. First, we help ourselves, then we help others. And that's not a linear thing. So that's not going to happen all at once. Like, you don't have to be enlightened to enlighten others. Please know that. And we're not going to ascend overnight. Each one of us has to wake up, and then we can ascend together. We have to ascend collectively so no one is left behind. So Gwen is saying she's a Yusui Reiki practitioner, shivers for connection. Woo, I love it. Okay. So let's just call them in. Let me find my notes. Here we go. Okay, are you all ready to call in your spirit team, our spirit team? So we each one of us has our own individual personal spirit team that writes prescriptions and recommends, like, you know, maybe change our eating habits, our diet, maybe to exercise more, or maybe to help us to put us in the right place so we're connected to maybe homeopathic or naturopathic doctors, or maybe an alternative form of energy healing, maybe acupuncturist, maybe a colonic therapist, or whatever it is. Somehow everything just slips and falls into place when we ask them for help. But anyway, we have those, but we also have a collective group team, you know, and then the planet has its own healing team as well. Gaia, Pachamama, Divine Mother. So thank you, Dr. Khan. This is the Earth Doctor that I talked to you about before. For your healing hands, they're mostly golden. And that's how you could tell that they're hovering and they're holding your own healing hands. So place your healing hands over your body. First, rub them together to activate, to heat up your hot healing hands, right? Really feel that tingling vibration. And then just go ahead and lay your hands on yourself, or if you have a pet, like a dog or a cat, or maybe a child, or someone's with you, a loved one, place your hands on them, right? You got to do that because it's bottling up in your system, because you know that you're here for this, but you just haven't done it yet because you haven't met the right person, or that your person, your safe teacher or mentor to guide you in this process of rediscovering your gifts. So we want to say thank you to Dr. Lorphin, Dr. Khan, Dr. Fritz, and just allow them to step into your healing space and to place their healing hands. You could place one hand over your heart and the other over your abdomen, your solar plexus, thanking their hands, and also the 1,000 hands, arms, and eyes of Divine Mother Cosmic Kuan Yin. So let's invite her into our healing space and give them permission, if we feel so guided, to touch our own hands or just really run energy over us, on top, bottom, left, right, and all around us. 360 degrees. Again, you're in charge of this healing session. You have the healing power to reach deep inside and to ask them to heal you from the inside out, to rearrange and restructure your molecules, your cells, and your atoms. But also they have the healing power because they're not embodied. So nothing can limit how much they can heal you or how fast they can heal you. But they also want to remind you that you are a healer and that you have the potential, the capacity and ability to heal yourself and your ancestors. And so we call in Dr. Khan and Fritz, these earth surgeons, to de-manifest and dematerialize anything, any painful condition, sickness, disease, or illness that's manifested in your physical bodies and that has upset the balance of your nervous system. And we ask them to start shrinking any growth, cysts, stones, and to calm any inflammation or irritation in our 4 body systems, and really to manifest now, in every now moment, the right conditions, the divine conditions to manifest perfect health, mind, body, spirit, in every dimension. So thank you to the ascended teachers, healers, guardians, Wamos, for rewiring our electrical circuitries, for unplugging, any imprints, implants, cords, or attachments that weaken or defeat us, that deplete us, that hurt us or harm us. And we ask that this be done now. Also calling in your higher self, your higher power, your I am presence and oversoul. And we ask all of these healers' hands, including Jewel Pool, to anchor in the lattice work technology in your energy fields, inside, outside, through, all around the front to the back of each chakra, above and below you, turning on and activating your galactic chakras, your ascension chakras, and soothing your gastrointestinal tract, your digestive system, your vagus systems, your central nervous systems, brain and spinal cord, your heart space, allowing everything to return to its perfected, harmonious balance. And now we want to invite Dr. Lorphin to start releasing and clearing, pulling gently, safely, and non-invasively any old, ancient, stuck, tainted, buried, trapped, core fear programming, vows, contracts, agreements, promises, hexes, curses, spells, binding, swearings, and any vows or contracts of suffering, to now burn them, dissolve them, give them to the lavender flame of Kuan Yin, to banish them to dissolve them, but also to release them with loving kindness, thanking them for those difficult soul lessons. And thank you for the second ray light potion, this IV, this intravenous drip, and this is filled with celestial Reiki, with star medicine, with accelerated light healing, and all of the galactic light frequencies that are not available on this planet. So breathe and take them in, inhale and drink them in. Drink in this chalice of light and allow it to spread, to swallow and spread throughout your entire bodies and systems. And we ask Jual Kul and Saint Germain to come in and to show us to the atomic accelerator chair, this throne of glory, and to resurrect you, to activate you, and to awaken your healing potential, to spiritualize your blood chemistry, breathing into your bones, becoming that hollow bone, that source of light, that funnel, that divine light instrument for yourself and all sentient beings on the planet, and releasing all of those, the dirt, debris, and dross that doesn't belong to you, releasing them back to source, to the heart of source, to the source of love, releasing all of those illnesses and imbalances that don't belong to us. Lord Maitreya, Melchizedek, and Arcturus, thank you all for coming, for performing this complete genetic line clearing for you and your ancestors in all lifetimes, in all of your bodies, in your heart chambers, your brain cells. Thank you for these extractions, these recalibrations. And now place both hands over your heart, or one hand on the back of your neck, the bottom of your brain stem. Or maybe one hand over your forehead. And let's do some brain balancing, some havening, just spreading that, that holy oil that's dripping through this IV divine instrument, anointing yourself with this holy light, this liquid light, the light from Amrita, Divine Mother, this honey nectar ambrosia, and allow that warmth, that sunlight, that diamond light, that galactic celestial starlight to just dissolve and drain away all pain, depression, illness, impurities, toxins from your systems in every single dimension. And thank you for these liquid crystal technologies that are now set up in your room, in your home, in your space, for you and your loved ones, for all of those you deeply care about. And now rub your hands together again and just reach up and pull down that light. Just bathe yourself and shower all of your chakras in this light, covering yourself with this light, and just sit back and allow yourself to be anointed, to be massaged and caressed with this medicine of loving kindness. And now the pranic wind devices are starting up. They're starting to run above you and all around you. And all the galactic light keys and codes, they're coming to unblock and unblock you. All the computers are plugging in and unplugging you from any form of impurities that stuck to you. And let's set up the divine defibrillator to help to regulate your heartbeat. Speed it up if it's too slow, slow it down if it's too fast. As we plug into, connect, and vibrate with Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, and the entire divine feminine, ushering the divine empowered feminine back on this planet, and thanking your higher self, your higher power, for setting up this safe cosmic container. And you could just keep pulling out from the top of your head, along with Dr. Lorfan's hands and instruments, just pulling out any overwhelm, any anxieties, any fears, any electrical charges that stress you out or that hold you back from practicing your goddess-given gifts. Wherever they're trapped and buried, they will find it. They are now using etheric acupuncture, needleless microscopic needles dipped in herbs and flowers, in holy waters, in star dust, in golden light, laser, liquid light, divine light. And these needles are going in to unlock your chakra blocks from your head to your toes, from the front to the back of you, just really opening you up. Allow yourself to receive this and say, I choose to receive this etheric light acupuncture treatment now. And thanking all of the Arcturian healers, guides, angels, archangels, Dr. Lorfan, Dr. Fritz, Dr. Khan, all the galactic star shamans, for retrieving your soul parts, your fragments, helping you to mend and become whole again. Beautiful. So just take a moment to slowly come back. You've just experienced a mini healing session, a consultation, a scanning, a body scanning, and a clearing in every dimension, in every lifetime and incarnation. So just keep breathing in 12% increments, higher and higher, wider and wider, expanding your light, glowing and growing and polishing any dullness in your aura or any part of you that is not lit up, that is tight instead of light, that's tired and wired. So allow all of that to flush out of your system. Anything not meant for you, not good for you, that doesn't serve and support you. So please go ahead. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Ron. Ron is saying amazing. He's clapping. Anyone else like to share? I'm going to get right to the invitation in a moment. So I'd like to go into a little bit more detail so you could really understand, and I can educate you and inform you a little bit more. We'll go a little bit deeper with what you'll be learning and practicing in this amazing brand new program. So I'm just going to ask you to share any comments you have or to ask me any questions before we continue. Let me check the chat box. How are you all feeling right now? Yeah, we're not going to share the slides right now. We'll do it for the program. We have a visual light show that I always prepare. So in every program, you'll actually be able to see the images of the light doctors, surgeons and shamans, as well as any sacred geometries or any light technologies that they use. And this is really for people who find it hard to visualize or imagine what this may look like. So I think let's go right to the landing page right now. Please chat in so I know that you're still with me. How is everyone feeling? Waka, Gwen, Shailene, Jimmy. I already heard from Ron. So just let me know, but let's go right to the landing page now, the actual invitation. Beautiful. Okay, so just let me know that you're back from your, you're still in the bliss zone, but you're able to fully focus and that you're clear, you're aware, and you're present and here. So let me know that in the chat box. Since we're not together, I want to make sure that you're fully present, that you're fully receiving the highest healing outcome today, even in the hour that we've shared together, because healing happens faster than the speed of light with galactic light healing technology. Beautiful. Thank you. Release more. I'm back. Thank you, Gwen. Okay, let's continue. So I don't want to keep you all day, but lesson 1, we want to work on healing your own chakra blocks, right? Heal thyself first to raise your vibration. Also, you'll be able to learn. Thank you, Shailene. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. You'll be able to perform a full mind body scan on yourself, as well as your loved ones, clients, if this is what you do, professionally. You'll be able to locate any stagnant, stuck energy blocks and others as well. And then you'll learn the names and energy signatures to be able to recognize and communicate, to really deeply connect and have an intimate relationship with all of these guides, these doctors. And also you'll learn self-healing hand treatment positions and placements, like a protocol. But again, there are no hard rules or dogma here, or a specific way that you need to hold your hands, that can make some people, especially beginners, nervous. So I never want to inflict that kind of dogma on anyone. This is a very personal way that each one of us heals slightly differently. So you'll learn all of the hand treatment placement positions for yourself and others. And then in lesson 2, let's scroll down so you could read lesson 2. Thank you. This is the class 2 module. I'll be able to teach you how to offer consultations and energy readings to really sharpen and polish your psychic gifts, your intuition, to trust your intuition. You'll also, we'll be working with each other with pendulum dowsing to scan for trapped energy blocks. The hand positions will also, we'll go over them on ourselves, and I'll ask you to also either have a surrogate, like a teddy bear, a doll, or even a person that you want to invite in to enjoy these sessions with, where you could actually practice this gentle and therapeutic healing touch, so you can really gain the confidence and feel the support. And then I'll be able to offer you my feedback. But it's more like you'll have like the support system, so you won't feel like you're doing all of this yourself on your own. Because that can feel really scary and overwhelming, especially if you've lost trust in your intuition. And then you'll be able to work with and partner up, collaborate with Dr. Lorfan to learn how to clear core fear energy imprints with these treatments, like we just did before, that you just experienced a minute ago. And then lesson 3. Let's scroll down. Lesson 3 is about helping you to actually run the Arcturian light codes, the key codes, and to invite in and be overlit by the divine benevolent presence of spirit surgeons and specialists in the area that you need the most. Of course, this calms, resets, recalibrates your nervous systems, releases, discharges pent up, accumulated stress, also heals every part of you, even back to utero, back to the birth canal, the birth process, and all the way up to this very moment. You'll also be guided with one-on-one group soul retrieval journeys. So you'll be able to run these processes on each other and practice soul retrieval, but also, soul records, how to trust your intuition again when working with someone else, so you don't doubt yourself or your abilities. And connecting somatically with the full body system. And this is all about awakening our own inner healer, really, first and foremost. And lesson 4. Lesson 4 is about working with star shamans to heal people, to heal anyone, people, plants, pets, crystals, with vibrational sound healing, drumming. So I'll invite you to bring a drum or a tuning fork or singing bowls, whatever you may have. Also to give you more confidence in channeling your own personal guardian angels, your spirit guides, and also power animals when offering energy healing sessions. Also, this is about healing, sealing, and balancing the auric field, how to approach a client gradually and gently from a distance, not just, with a very gentle approach, a very compassionate approach, slowly and gently. How to heal people with your hands, but also with your heart, right? Through your heart, also through your eyes with silent gazing. And also, I'll provide intake forms where you'll be able to really ask the right questions when working with new clients. And again, this is about learning galactic light healing, which works kind of like Reiki on steroids, right? It works even faster, and it's really made for the modern times, that the ascension time that we're living in, right? This paradigm, not the paradigm that happened 250 years ago. So this is applicable and appropriate for the times that we're living in now, which we know is very shaky. It really can easily unground us as well. And you also have the opportunity to learn in-person sessions, distant, remote healing sessions and treatments to heal your own inner child, to heal people that you've loved and lost who are on the other side. Really waking up all of your mediumship abilities, all of your higher senses. And you can unmute your microphone, you can turn on your cameras during each session. This is what I encourage everyone to do who's ready and committed to really going all the way, to really diving deep and making that commitment to be all in instead of halfway in. So it's actually choosing this for the rest of your life, these gifts, these abilities that you deserve to awaken. So again, you can place your healing requests for yourself or your loved ones during each group support session. You could contact me between sessions via email or text, even if something comes up or you have a question. And when you attend each session, when you complete each session and perform all the exercises and the energy healing processes, the techniques, the tools, you'll receive a Spirit Doctor Energy Healer Practitioner certification of completion. Now, Do you or does anyone have any questions about the program? Beautiful. Go ahead and ask me now. I'm gonna, well, in the chat box, we'll have the link so you could sign up right now if you're like, hey, this is amazing. I've never heard of anyone else offering a program like this. And I honestly do not know of anyone else offering a program like this. It is very different. It's completely, it was created because of my desire to integrate all of the skill sets, all of the healing systems, and the modalities that I've learned and gotten certified in, because I want to teach you to do what I do for other people, because everyone deserves to be empowered, right? And when you're empowered, you're limitless, you're infinite, and you can help thousands of people on the planet, especially now, people who really need you. So let's scroll down. You could register now by just making either one payment or 3 payments. You can make 3 easy payments. And so we're going to put the link in the chat box. And yeah, so Ron is asking, where is registration? So Albina, can you just make sure that you, so you could stop the screen share now and make sure that the link is in the chat box so everybody has it that's on the call or who are watching the replay later. Okay, so my lovely assistant is going to type in the chat box the link for this page right now, hopefully. So let's give him a minute to do that. There we go. Beautiful. Well, it was just awesome being with you. It's 12:12. That's amazing. Good sign. So which link is it? Is it the second link or the first link, Ovina? Because I see 2 links here. I just want to make sure that everyone has the right link. So go ahead and click on the links and oh, can you send it to everyone? You want, I can copy and paste it. Hold on, copy link, everyone in meeting. Okay. Okay, so now everyone has it. Ronald, you have it? And please know that you'll be receiving the replay within 24 hours. Please send and share this invite with your friends and other energy healers. A lot of people over the years are Reiki attuned, but they just don't practice it anymore, which is kind of a shame. And I want you to feel like there's nothing complicated or there are no like difficult like symbols, or it's not too heady, that it's really more hearty, you know what I mean? And that you can create your own healing symbols with the power of your visions and imagination, and that this is something that can actually change the world and save lives. And this is you uniquely showing up authentically, inspiring the planet, and yeah, and healing all of us as a nation, as a country, as a planet. And so thank you again. I really appreciate you being here with me. If you have any questions, just send me an email at vanzanalighealing@gmail.com. And it was so great meeting all of you. Thank you, Gwen, Waka, Shailene, and Jimmy. I don't think we've worked together before. So if you can chat in and for a moment, just let me know how you found out about me and the greater work. That would be lovely. Thank you, Gwen. I love your energy too. Aw, beautiful. Yay. So I will, I look forward to seeing you. Oh, also, so the course starts May 11th. I think I forgot to tell you that. It's kind of important. It's 4 consecutive Saturdays, and it's at 12 noon Eastern time to 2 p.m. Eastern time. Again, if an emergency comes up or you live in a different time zone, like maybe you're in Australia or New Zealand, and it's really impossible to come, still sign up so I could send you each week's replay and we could work together. We can arrange private sessions in between to catch you up. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh, this Saturday I have another call. We have a cord cleanse series. So, Obina, would you mind just chatting in this Saturday's heart chakra cord cleanse transmission? I'd love to invite you to that. These are affordable weekly sessions. They're only $33. It includes the PDF transcripts, the class notes. It includes a slideshow, a healing slideshow, and also all of the clearing processes to unravel any form of negativity or toxic impurities that are attached or stuck to you that block your light and diminish you. So that's happening this Saturday. So hopefully, Obina, I don't know if you have a landing page, but if you will make sure that everyone is subscribed to the newsletter, and I'll be sending out another newsletter tonight at 5 p.m. And you can have a look at the library, Advancing Light Healing. There you go. There's a link. You could just click on it now. If you've experienced letdown, disappointment, betrayal, rejection, loss, grief, abandonment, I don't know anybody who hasn't experienced any of that. Come and join the heart healing session to really decord from all of those contracts, from all of those imprints and all forms of suffering that block your heart, that hurt your heart, that make your heart numb, frozen, and shut down. So I'd love to see you this Saturday for that program. And if you like the idea, if you feel that you have cords, so you're corded to people who from your past who are no longer in your life, and you still feel that you can't stop thinking about them or they're in your dreams, come to the cord cleansing sessions. 2 weeks ago, we had the crown chakra one. Last week, we had the third eye chakra cord cleanse. So we have the spirit surgeons and doctors that work on you 24/7, even when you're sleeping. Just listen to these replays. Shailene says, I love this session. Heard about you from Veronica. Veronica who? Because I know a bunch of Veronicas. I'm just curious if you could share that privately if you want. Just find my name. Thank you. Feel it's about time for me to move to 5D healing. Thank you so much, Vanzana. You're truly encouraging. But most of all, oh, truly amazing. I'm going to cry. And Ron says, I'm going to sign up and join this program. Just need 1 more week. Absolutely. Veronica Kirstow. I'm not even sure I know who that is, but I'm going to look her up. Is she a healer or just a friend, or is she in New York? That's interesting. I'm going to write that name down. Veronica Kirstow. Okay. Thank you, Shailene. I'm really grateful to Veronica for introducing us. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy. Try to get outside and just breathe and connect. Connect ground and with Mother Nature, and just take good care of yourself. However you do that. So I look forward to seeing you next week, or actually this week, this Saturday, and also next week, May 11th, save the date, 12 noon Eastern time. You'll be receiving a formal invitation. I believe it's ready to go out. So if you're subscribed, you'll receive that invitation probably within the next hour. So again, May 11th, see you then, see you there. Love you all. Namaste. See you. Mwah.